Hello, Divine Feminine, and welcome to your power message for Sunday, Super Sunday. Let's do it then. So, I'm going to bring in some powerful cards. I'm going to bring in the butterfly cards. Now, this is a great deck by Doreen Virtue. I used to have the bigger version of this, but I gave it away, and then I got the smaller version. So, this is about changes we go through in our life, and I'm going to use this deck for the masculines today too. And I'm going to bring in the Twin Flame Journey Perspective cards. And these are these are Divine Love Messages. I'm not sure who these are by, but they're very, very powerful. You know, there's a lot of messages in here that really will make sense to you as well. So there's quotes and all kinds of things. So we're going to use these and then we're going to bring in the book. But I just want to say this as well. If you are new to the channel, a big welcome to you. And if you are struggling right now to understand why certain things are happening or you're not sure what's going on, I have a huge playlist section that you can go and have a look at. And if you go first of all to the Twin Flames Everything You Need to Know playlist, you'll find so much information in there. Some of the old videos are what you need to hear now, because all videos, all readings are timeless. The information comes to you when you need it the most. There's lots in there. There's even Learn Tarot series, Tap In With Your Psychic Powers. There's a New Year, New Me Mirror Work series. There's lots of things. And I know it can be overwhelming when you first go and look at the playlist, but this journey can be overwhelming sometimes, and we need information there for when we need it. So, you know, I do recommend having a look around. And someone did comment and say to me, I've never known anyone, you know, talk about certain signs the way that you do. That an animal means this or that means that. And, you know, making out kind of that I just kind of put innuendos in things. And I'll say this to you, you know, have you met a twin flame in union before for nearly 4 years? And if the answer is yes, then great. If the answer is no, then here we are. We're here so you can understand the journey just like I did, so that you can be in union too. Okay, so remember that we're guided where we're meant to be for a reason. All I'm doing is giving you a new perspective of viewing the journey in a different way. Especially if you've been around readers who've been very negative towards the journey or negative towards the masculines, or, you know, this is about empowerment. And it's about you taking back your power right now to understand why these things happen from a soul perspective. That we've come here to grow and learn and evolve and transform and be a leader for the humanity and for the earth and, you know, really for society. So that we are showing the way in our truth and light, because we are pioneers of truth and leaders of love. We are warriors of love, warriors of light. That's why you're here. It's not all about the relationship. You know, relationship, it's great to be in union, but it's not everything. You know, me and George are not with each other all the time. We're focused on mission and purpose and sharing our light and love. And that's what twin flames do. So we learn how to do that before union, so that when we're in union, we're able to do it in a very freeing way. You know, which means if I hadn't have gone through my lessons and George hadn't have gone through his lessons, we wouldn't be where we are, because we'd want to be with each other all the time. And we'd be jealous of each other, and there'd be all that energy that gets released before union. So in union, you feel completely at peace. You give each other space if you need it to do whatever is needed to be done. And you feel at ease with the journey because you trust everything and you trust them. So that's what I'm here for. So if you're struggling to understand the way I'm doing things or why I'm doing things, or if you think it's smoke and mirrors, this is about looking at yourself. Okay, the truth is, I am a twin flame in union, and I'm here to help you to grow. And it's up to you what you do with the information. Okay, I want you to be in union. I want you to be happy. I want you to be living your best life. And if I can be a part of that, then that is what matters to me. You know, that means I've done something good. And that's why I'm here. So I just wanted to share that out there too. So let's do this then. Let's see what the energy is today. So what's the twin flame journey perspective today for the feminine? So what's happening around the feminine today on this Super Sunday? And this is a day to relax and breathe and, you know, spend some time with yourself, think, reflect, prepare for the new week ahead. It's very powerful It's about you knowing that everything benefits you on this journey, everything. Every lesson, every trigger, every challenge, every conversation, every reading you may watch, everything is benefiting you in some way because it's growing you. And that's what the little short video, the calendar message, was all about today. So the first message we've got coming up then is, wow, look at this, the DM journey home. It says DM journey home. So it's about realizing that the DM is coming home. You're the home. You know, a home is not a building or a place. It's you. You're their home. That's why when you come together, it feels like you've come home. It's a powerful feeling. It can't be explained. It's felt. And the DM is making the journey home. All paths lead home. So it may be that right now he's learning lessons. What you have to remember is this. Your journey and your union is a book. Okay, it's a book, and the last chapter may be union, but then there'll be a new book that you write. Okay, because it doesn't end at one book. There's many to write. That's why so many of you want to write books, because you have so much to share about your experiences and what you've learned along the way. But the point I'm making is, if they are with a karmic partner right now, that's just a chapter of this journey. It's just a chapter of your and their story. It's just a chapter in this book of knowledge and wisdom that may seem like fiction to some, but it's non-fiction because it's real. So it's just a chapter as they journey home. So the masculine right now is journeying home. They're going along their journey and learning their lessons just like you are, to come home, to come back to each other. So you may be learning about the divine masculine's journey. Why they do the things they do, why they don't do things your way, why they don't behave the way you would or treat you the way you treat them. We learn about the journey. And you can go to the playlist, and I've done like series where they've been focused on the divine masculine's journey and the feminine's journey too, why we go through separation, why all these things happen as they journey home. And we've got the number 50 here as well, which is a turning point. And the 50, you may be thinking about age right now. Age is illusion, just like fear. We learn to look past it. But 50, if we think about the age 50, people in society kind of bring the age 50 up as in a turning point. And I'm seeing it as a turning point right now, whereas you might be thinking, oh, this journey's gone on and on and on, or I've been on it for years and years and years, or you may be very new to the journey. But this is a turning point here and now. 2023 is powerful. We've never been in this energy before. Something special and new. We're building what we want. This is the years now where things are changing for the good. So there's a big turning point. And I'm seeing this as a turning point in your journey today, where your masculine is journeying home. So 50, people talk about it as a midlife crisis or a turning point. He reached 50 and then, he was 50 and then he changed his life, or had a kind of a midlife crisis at 50, or started doing things, buying sports cars or going on holidays or doing different things. But all it really is we realise at a certain point in this life and on our journey that we don't want to waste any more time. We don't want to do the things we've been doing if they aren't serving us. We want to have adventures and enjoy life. And because at 50, we do start thinking about life. I'm heading there. I'm nearly 47. I'm 46 now. I'm 47 this year. But I'm heading towards 50. Many of you are already 50 or have passed 50. Or you may be heading towards it, or maybe you're nowhere near 50. But the point I'm making is 50 is an age where we may start thinking about things and recognising where we are. And we want to do more in this life because we may not have time. We start thinking about time. So really 50 is an age, even though age is illusion, where we may start reevaluating our lives. And especially if we're not happy with certain things or we're stuck in certain things. So the point that this number is bringing up today, the number of 50, which 5 is about change and 0 is about heavenly support, it's saying to you, the time is now for change. This is a turning point in your journey. It says, just like riding a bike to travel between the farthest opposite and place in Asia continent. So what this means is, it's just like riding a bike. So riding a bike is, people say that term, it's like riding a bike, because it's easy. Once you've learned how to do it, you get on the bike and you can get where you're going. You know, maybe you don't get on a bike for 20 years, but you know how to ride a bike. So in other words, you know each other. You are one. And once you start spending time together, it feels so natural and easy. It's like riding a bike. And once the masculine gets through that breakthrough period, this turning point, it's like riding a bike. He's going to be able to move towards you. So the point I'm really feeling here is for anyone in a long distance connection as well. So, you know, if you are on opposite sides of the world, the universe is creating the way to bring you back together. Because that's what you might think. You might think, well, we live in different parts of the globe. And it may feel like you're on opposite ends of the universe because you're thinking, well, they're there and I'm here. What's going to happen? Or maybe you live very close together. You know, you might live in the same street, or you could live very close by, but you feel like you're miles and miles and miles apart because you don't know how you're going to come back together. You know, maybe you are communicating, but you feel like you're miles apart because you're not talking about what matters. Or your masculine isn't opening up about their love, or they may be denying the feelings. Or you may feel the distance because of the age gap. So there's many, many ways that you can feel this distance between you, but love conquers all things. The universe creates the way. So instead of thinking, how are we going to come back together? How are we going to bridge that gap? How is it going to happen when he lives there and I live here, or we're not communicating? Or leave that to the universe. All you have to do is focus on the end result with unwavering faith and let the universe do the rest. The universe will take care of the whens, the hows, the ifs, and all the questions. All the universe wants you to do is believe and dream, believe, achieve. Have faith in it. And there may be a sign in here for Asia, you know, if anyone's connected with Asia or, you know, Asian energy. But what I'm feeling with this is about the furthest places, you know, are coming together. So if you feel that you and your masculine miles and miles and miles apart, whether it's physical distance or emotional distance or something else, you're coming back together. And the angels are making it so. And also riding a bike. You know, we've been seeing motorbikes. Motorbikes symbolise speed on this journey. If you see someone, you know, on a pedal bike, it's taking a little bit more effort and time. So you can kind of understand where your masculine is by the bikes that you were seeing. So I feel they're going to show you bikes, you know, whether it's today or, you know, in the next few days as a sign, because once you set the intention, the universe brings you the sign of where your masculine is. So if you start seeing motorbikes, big sign of speed, things happening quicker. If you see pedal bikes, then you know that it's going to take a little bit more time because there needs to be a little bit more effort put into the journey. So relax about the when and the how and the timelines, which are only guidelines, because your journey is in perfect and divine time, and focus on peace. But I definitely feel that the message coming through today, Divine Feminine, is there is a turning point today in your journey. Yeah, look at this. Wow, end of an era. End of an era. Wow. So the end of an era. And that means no more the past. No more thinking it's been going on for years. This, that, the other. The end of an era now. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for a new start. The water rabbit is bringing in this power. Opportunities ahead. The end of an era. It can't be how it used to be. It can never go back to what it was. And it will be much different than it is now because it's magic ahead. The end of an era. You can't go back to who you used to be, and why would you want to? They can never go back now because they are in awe of you. They're in this energy of you. So they know that you're the one. And they can't go back because it's like that card that says, and then there was you, Divine Feminine. And then there was you. They were living the life, and then there was you. So they can't go back because they can't forget. They can try to, but they can't because of the power. And a car's just gone past very fast there. So you may even see speeding cars or slow cars, traffic jams. The universe is always speaking to you if you are aware enough to know what it's showing to you. And that means you become the observer of all things. You observe and pay attention and maybe write things down, because it's important on this journey to journal our thoughts as we go, because you've got a book inside of you. There may be a book or a deck of cards or a blog or a video or something you want to share later down the line with others to help others to grow and to breathe and feel at ease. But I definitely feel this message today is about a turning point. Very powerful. So let's bring in the book today then. So what's the guidance for this day then? Wow, I'll just love this. Look at this. Talk to the angels. Something so simple, but with such power, it means so much, because we might think, oh, I'm just going to talk to the angels, but having that conversation is going to make you feel better. It's going to bring in peace. It's going to bring in solutions. It's going to open magical doorways in your life. So let's just put this here. And, 30 as well. We've got 30 and 50 powerful ages. Maybe you're not near 50, but you're nearer to 30. 30 can be an awakening moment. I had my big awakening at 30. I went through kind of a minor awakening about 23, kind of around the time 21, 22, 23. I went through big shifts and changes then. But at 30, that was when everything changed for me. So over the last 16 years, that's really been my journey to twin flame union. It's a long time, and everything I experienced between then and now has got me here. So a long time, big power. So talk to the angels. What got me through on my journey was connecting with the angels every day. That's what still gets me through. Because just because me and George are in union doesn't mean I don't get challenges or triggers. We go through things like everyone does. Give me fear. We go through our own fears. We go through our own struggles. We're human, even though we're spiritual beings. So it's about learning how to overcome the ego. The ego never goes away. It's part of us, part of our human side. But we learn how to rise above it every day. We have to make a conscious choice every day to choose peace, to choose gratitude, to choose hope, to choose happiness, to choose joy. Because that is what overcomes the ego. If we decide to let our thoughts run away, then we get put into struggle, and the ego can latch on then, like that devil sitting on your shoulder whispering in negatives. That's what the ego does. So we have to be very aware that the ego wants to edge the goodness out, EGO, edge the goodness out, and put us into fear, false experiences appearing real, because our mind blows things out of proportion. So we have this feeling about, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? And it creates a false vision in our mind that creates an appearance of how it may be, but it's never going to happen that way anyway. So we have to be in the now. When we're more present in the moment, we are safe. We hear and answer all of your prayers and requests for help. So the angels say, we're always listening to you, and we always hear you. We always answer you. You may not notice sometimes. Why? Because you may be busy on your phone. You're busy on your phone. There's a sign right there. There's a sign right there. The angels, it's like they're jumping in front of your face, but you're busy on your phone. Or your mind's thinking about something else. And you're not listening to that message you're listening to because your mind's elsewhere. Have you ever done that? I have, where I've been watching a show and I've had to rewind it because I haven't paid attention to the last 5 minutes because my mind's been on something else. Or I've read a book and I've got to the end of the page and I don't even know what I've read because my mind was actually elsewhere. And that's the power of the mind. So the angels are saying to you, we always answer your prayers. We're always listening. But sometimes you don't see what we're trying to give to you or show to you or make you aware of because of your own occupied mind. So when we clear our minds or when we're operating more in the now, we are more able to notice the signs. Even though you may not yet see or feel our presence, we're right here beside you now. And it's the same with the twins. Even though you may not yet see or feel your masculine with you in the 3D world, they are right beside you now. Their energy, their spiritual essence, their 5D self is standing right next to you right now. In fact, they're not even standing next to you, they are in you because you live within each other. They live in you and you live in them. When you talk to us, this is the angels connecting with you, you open the doorways of angelic connection. The more you talk to us, the more you're aware of us. And that's true. You know, hands on heart, that's the truth. I've worked with angels every day over the last 16 years. And I don't mean as in actually doing work, like paid work with the angels. I mean connecting with them, talking to them, allowing them to help me. That's working with the angels. So you may have been working with the angels all your life and you're only just realising it now. Or maybe you're wanting to make it into your career or, you know, paid work because you've already been doing it. And making a conscious choice to connect with them every day keeps your vibration high. You know, people say to me, Liz, what's your secret? How can you be so happy and jolly every day? It's a choice. I make that choice. I wake up and I choose to feel gratitude. I choose to feel happy. I choose to feel excited. And the way I do it is by calling on the angels and connecting with them. You know, and otherwise I'd go into my ego. And I do. I do sometimes, but do you know what? I don't wallow in that. I pull myself up. I become aware when I'm going into that kind of energy. And I think, do I want to be in that energy, which is going to be negative to my journey? Or do I want to change the energy and focus on what's going to empower my journey? That's what I choose, and that's why. So the angels are saying the doors are open. The more you talk to us, the more you're aware of us. It doesn't matter which way you communicate, which means you can sing it, you can write it, you can talk out loud, you can talk in your head. You can talk in riddles if you want. The angels are there, they're hearing you. Where the thoughts, written, spoken or silent words, we hear any discourse you direct our way. So it's like when we ask, it's prayer. You know, when we pray, we're asking for help. When we ask for support, we are praying. We always respond to you. And I love how they use the word respond and not react, because we learn on this journey to respond, which means we take a moment to process without the ego. Angels don't have an ego, so they're able to respond straight away. We always respond to you. And at first you may feel our answer in your heart or think it in your mind. And that's because the angels will make you aware through your clear awareness. So in your heart is the feeling energy, clairsentience. You feel something, you feel a shift, or you feel a vibration, or you feel hot and cold, or you feel angel bumps, or you feel, wow, something's changed, something's coming, wow. And then something pops in your mind because you are claircognizant. So your thoughts come in, the ideas, the creativity, the way to do something, guidance, the next step to take. So the angels are making you aware of these things through your third eye, through your vision. These are real messages from us sent to you on the wings of pure unconditional love. That means without conditions, without fear, without stress. And they are sent to you like heavenly messengers, because angels are messengers of God. And these are real messages. And you know it's real because it's repetitive. You keep seeing it. So if you see it one time, it's usually coming from the ego. If you see it repetitively, it's coming from heaven. So if you think I've heard that message 10 times, then it might take the 10th time for it to go in, or for you to be aware of it, or for it to make sense. That's why. And then once you understand why you've received that message 10 times, it's going to go away and another one will come. It's like when I was talking the other day about number sequences. You may see a repetitive number sequence, and then you may see it 100 times, and then when you understand it finally, oh, I'm not seeing that number anymore, but I'm seeing this number instead. Why? And then the same thing happens. So the thought for today says, talk to your angels throughout this day. This is a turning point in your life today. Your masculine is coming home. He's never been the eagle before. Okay, he's coming in now. All you have to do during this year of building and communication is dream, believe and achieve. That's why the angels have guided me to put that there. I wanted to put an eagle there. The angels had other ideas, because the angels always guide and show the way, as long as we were aware enough to pay attention. and observe what's going on. So today talk to us throughout the day. I engage with them in every decision and situation, asking for their help, guidance, protection and involvement, and I see evidence of their bonds of love and their hands of love everywhere I go, making everything better. And that's true. When we allow the angels in, wow, do miracles happen. Wow, do they happen. But you have to allow them in. Why? Because you've got free will. God made you that way. And the angels have to abide by God's will, which is free will. So if you're not going to allow the help in, or if they're giving you guidance and you're just not listening, or you just don't want to take the advice or guidance, you'd rather wallow in self-pity or negativity or fear, that's your choice. You have a choice today. Let today, as we move towards a brand new week and a brand new month in this amazing year of 2023, let this be a turning point of change to understand, yes, my masculine is coming home. He is on his own journey. And it's an end of an era. Things are never going to be the same again because they can only now get better. As they say in that song, things can only get better. Have a great day, sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.